Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to the Crazy Coder. Today we're going to go into JavaScript textual coding. Now we are going to create a screen time calculator app. So let me give you a very quick preview of it. So now it's not code.org, so the thing will not be on code.org. It would be on a web browser page. And if you want to do this, you can do on any code platform, but I suppose and I recommend Microsoft Visual Studio. Okay, now let me just give you a very quick preview. What is your jolly good name? Supposing my name is Neil, actually it is hello Neil, nice to meet you, just say like that, and then remember to not write text in the input, and then how much time have you utilized in minutes out of 90 minutes. So supposing I have done 30, I will say the left time is 60 because 90 minus 30 is equal to 60, and time utilized 30 minutes. And I can also check the console for details. And now these are the instructions. Right click and choose the inspect option, go to the console option. Now you can see the screen time details. So let's see if the console is working fine too. And yes, time left is 60, time utilized is 30. Okay guys, so shall we go into it and do it? Ready, set, go. So we're going to create a new project which is going to be screen time calculator. It's not actually a calculator, but yes, this is the concept of our project. Now this is not an app. Screen time calculator dot javascript. JS is the short form for it. We're going to drag it out of the JavaScript folder, and now we're going to create a new HTML page. It's going to be home.html. You can name it anything. I'm just going with home because for the sake of the tutorial. So this home.html, how can you, there is a shortcut to write the script that you need for a basic HTML doc. Enter, you'll have the whole thing. Now in the body you want to add script source. The source is our screen time calculator .js. Yes, this. So basically for me, if that drop down comes, I am really clear that this source is correct, because sometimes I get stuck. The source is not correct. Sometimes spelling error. Sometimes I don't write the folder name. So this happens a lot of times. So when this drop down comes, I'm pretty relieved that the source is correct. Now let's start. So first of all, we're going to see whether the script is correct or not, if the source of our script, HTML script, is correct. So we're just going to do a very simple thing. Var name is equals to a prompt function. What does this prompt function do is ask the user something. Okay, so var name is equals to prompt. Variable name is equals to prompt. So variable name, this declares a variable, and when you add something like this, then in the same line you declare the variable and you assign a value to the variable. So now the prompt function, what are we going to ask is, what is your good name, and then we're going to add a question mark. Okay, now what is this line doing is creating a variable called name, then assigning a value. The value would be the string that the user would write out of the prompt function. A prompt function asks the user something. So now there are two unsaved. I know there are the home HTML and the screen time calculator, but is there any option to just save everything from just one page? Yes, there is. Control K and after that S, and everything is done. Okay, now we're gonna go to the Chrome browser, and now what is your jolly good name? Yes, so now I'm going to tell you how to open a document, how to run the code that you have done in the web browser. So that one was because that was a preview. So I created the preview HTML in a different in a different file, and then the main HTML in a home.html. So now let's start. How can you open the file is Control O, and now that dedicated folder that you created, you can choose that. So I'm just going to get out of the JavaScript folder I was in there. So home. So first of all, before this guys, let me just tell you how can you create a folder and do all of that. So this is just for your knowledge. If you don't if you already know how to do that, then you can always skip this. Supposing in the desktop I want a new folder, so everybody knows how to do that. MSVS preview, because this is a video, so MSVS preview. Now what can you do is go to the Visual Studio Code and go to file and then click on open folder. You will be over here. So now I'm going to open this preview and then I'm going to select the folder, and now this folder is open. Okay, now I can add anything. Supposing this is w.js, over here I can add many things. So this is how you can do it guys. Now I'm just going to open the folder where we did the whole code. Okay, and over here we have it. Now let's know, yeah, you open that in the browser. So when you reload, it's what is your good name. So if my good name is Neil, so I'll write over here. So it's actually storing that in the variable, but the variable is not doing something because it's not coded to. Okay, so now we're going to add an alert. So what does the alert function do is tell you something. Tell the user something, the interface something. Okay, now you can click on the alert, and now we're going to write something. We're going to merge strings and variable in this. So how are we going to do it is we're going to write hello space followed by space bar, then a plus sign, after that a space, and then we're going to write the variable. Maybe you cannot give this, maybe don't give the space, that would also work. Space and no space, both of them would work just fine. Okay, so it is just like hello, then a space, and then whatever is the value of the variable name that would be shown, and then a plus sign, and then without any space I'm going to write a exclamation mark as in a string, because obviously you don't give spaces in exclamation mark. Now hello, just think that the variable value is Neil, so hello Neil, and then an exclamation mark, then add a string, a space before that, because now that's a new sentence starting after the exclamation mark. Hello Neil, nice to meet you. Okay, this is how you can do it. Okay, so now we're going to save this and go to the Chrome browser, reload it, write our name, and it will be showing hello Neil, nice to meet you. It's exactly with the correct grammar, so there's no error in this. Now we're going to add a comment. So there are two types of comment: multi-line comment, inline comment. How can you start an inline comment is two slashes. What does the inline comment do is just the one line of code that you have written, it would just make that a comment. And what is a comment? The comment basically tells the computer to ignore the code that you have written. And if you want to start a multi-line comment, then a slash and the star, it's a multi-line comment. And if you want to end the multi-line comment, then vice versa, star and slash. And when you go to the next code, then everything would be in color. Okay, so now I'm just going to backspace everything and write a comment called greeting code, because now this is for the greeting. Now we're going to start coding the actual mathematical calculator which we are creating. So it's like slash slash, the comment is now calculator code. Okay, now let's start. How are we going to start is we're going to create a variable called total time, which is equals to 90. For the sake of the tutorial, I'm going to take it as 90. You can change the element. You can make it 80, 70, 10, 50, 10,000, any number you want. So I just wrote the spelling wrong. Total time is equals to 90. Now we're going to create a new variable which is utilized time, which is equals to the prompt function that we discussed about. Prompt, and it would ask how much time have you utilized in minutes out of 90 minutes. Okay, now how much time have you utilized? Now we're going to make it look a little bit more professional, we're going to add something like this, and then Neil, the variable name, and then we're going to add one more string that would have this, this, the question mark. Now let's save this and see how is our code looking. Neil, hello Neil, nice to meet you. How much time have you utilized in minutes, Neil? Good. We can add a comma, that would be pretty good. Yes. Okay, and now we're going to take a look at the next line, which now we're going to add a variable that is final time. That means the time that you are left with. So final time is equal to total time subtracted by the utilized time. The variable. Okay, utilized time. Okay, the variable. So variable final time is equals to total time. Now I've written the spelling again wrong of total, my bad. Yes, total time subtracted by the utilized time. Okay, now what are we going to write is two alert functions and then one more alert function, and then we're going to start the console coding, so I'm going to just make you understand that later on. So now we're going to write an alert that is final time. So we're going to add a string. First of all, the string is time left is equals to, and then a space bar, and then the addition sign, and then final time. Okay, the final time variable. Now we're going to save it and let's see if that is working. Hello Neil, nice to meet you. How much time? If we have 30, then time left 60. So this is working just fine, guys. Now we're going to add a utilized time, the time that we have utilized, which is the variable utilized time, obviously. So we're going to add an alert function which is utilized time. Yes, utilized time is equal to, and a space bar. Wait a minute, yes. Now with a space and then press like the addition operator, and then we're going to add that utilized time variable. Okay, now let's save it and let's see if everything is working fine for us. I'm just going to do that really quickly so now we're going to 20. So time left is 70, utilized time is 20. Okay, now so that is correct. Now we're going to start the console coding. console coding. Okay, this is an inline comment, let you know. Now we're going to add the console coding. So now we're going to add one more alert. You can also check the console for details. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what a console is. If you are not known about that, you can go to inspect and then go to console. So this is a console. So what will the function console.log that we are going to use will do is write the text in the console. Let me give you a very quick example. Now if you are going to write console.log hey YouTube, okay, hey YouTube. Now when we save all of that, now let's go to the Chrome browser. I'm just going to skip everything. Okay, now let's go to inspect, and in the console you will have hey YouTube. So this is what the console.log function do. So here it's console.log hey YouTube. So it's not going to be hey YouTube, it's going to be the same thing that we used in the alert, just the difference is that instead of alert it is going to be console. That is going to be in console. So control V, control C, that is the easiest way. Control C, control V, that is the easiest way to do it. Now console.log, okay, and this is also going to be console.log. Now let's save it. I'm just going to skip the name and all. If I have utilized 30, time left 60, time utilized 30, yes, and you can also check the console for details. Let's check that. Time left 60, yes, this is it guys. So this is how you can create the whole thing. Now maybe we can add how to open and how to use the console. So is this optional guys? If you don't want that in a project, you can just end this video and this is the end. But for those who don't know or who want to display that to the user, let's get into it. So it's going to be now instructions for console. Okay, let's go over there, and now we're going to add 3 alert functions. So I'm just going to do that, and over here it's right click and go to the, now we're going to do that like this. Over here go to the inspect option. Maybe let's take this thing out. Yes, go to the inspect option. Okay, so this red line is coming because we have not added this. So we can add over here. Go to the, now guys, we're going to do this later on, so don't worry that your code is not fine. It is perfectly fine. Right click and go to the inspect option. This is it. Now let's close it. See, now it's fine, working perfect. Alert. Now we're going to add one more alert function. Let's copy that alert. Yeah, now this is fine. We're just going to change this. Yes, and let's take this out. Let's just delete everything in the bracket, in the parenthesis, and let's add it again. So alert. Now right click and after going to the inspect option, yes, there is problem. There is a problem. We added the full stop. Yes. So what is the function? What is the problem, by the way? Okay, so I think we should just take this out from here. Yes, now it's working perfect. There was a confusion, but this is working perfectly fine. So right click and go to the inspect option, alert. The alert is going to be go to the console option, just option now, just behind, just beside the element option. Okay, and then this last alert is going to be a celebratory alert or something like that. I don't know how I can describe that to you all, but it's going to be something like that. Okay, it is going to be alert. Now you can see your screen time details, and let's do this and close it. So let's just see how our code is going to look like. After all, Neil, what is your good name? My good name is Neil. Hello Neil, nice to meet you. How much time have you utilized in minutes out of 90 minutes, Neil? I have utilized 30 minutes, suppose. So now the time left is 60 correct, time utilized 30 correct. You can also check the console for details. Right click and go to the inspect option. Go to the console option just beside the element option. Now you can see your screen time details. Let's see if our console is working just fine. Then we're going to end the video. Yes! Fine. Maybe we are going to add an emoji, a cute party emoji over here. Let's do that. A cute party emoji. Where is that? Now I never can find these emojis. I don't know what is the matter with them. I can choose the recent. Yes, these are the recent ones. So now you can see your screen time details. So this partying face, this I used in recent when I was like figuring out how to create this and creating the preview. I used this, so now it's in my recent. So finally it's created, guys. Let's just see that last time. I can't believe it. Hello Neil, how much time have you utilized in minutes out of 90 minutes? Supposing I've done 60, so time left 30, utilized time 60. You can also check the console for details. Fine. Thank you guys for watching this video. This was the first textual coding. So congrats. Actually congrats. That was pretty good, guys. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.